Well, ladies and gentlemen, good old Nick Calandra seems like he's at it again. You know, this guy, after trying to get Grum's docs, is now trying to essentially do what every single hardcore leftist does when their back is against the wall, and they start throwing buzzwords at you, right? They think that these buzzwords mean anything. They think that they have power at this point, which is amazing because these buzzwords mean absolutely nothing. They haven't meant anything for years, and they still continue to use them because these words mean more to them than they ever will to people like us who they use it against. We have an article here from That Park Place with a headline that reads, Second Win co-founder Nick Calandra calls followers of Sweet Baby Inc. detected curator list bigots and threatens to knock people out for opposing wokeness. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this absolute soy cuck, which a lot of them are, this soy-infused, just looking at him, this soy-infused bitch thinks that he's going to knock everybody out who disagrees with him online.
And this is me beating the shit out of you. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, what ends up happening is when their back's against the wall, they end up resorting to violence because they know that their argument really doesn't go very far. They never actually have an argument or a discussion or a debate or whatever word you want to use with people who disagree with them. I have openly invited these soy cucks onto my show, and they always refuse because they never want to have a true blue discussion. I won't curse at them. I won't do anything. I won't even troll them, maybe. But I will have a discussion with them, and they just refuse to do so. They don't want to do it because they know if we have a discussion, there is a 9 out of 10 chance that their entire argument is going to be on full display for the world to see, getting completely dismantled with ease. So let's get into this article, guys, from That Park Place. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. It says Nick Calandra, the editor-in-chief and co-founder of Second Win, accused followers of Sweet Baby Inc. detected curator list of being bigots. Now, imagine wanting more transparency, right, in the gaming scene, wanting to know, hey, who has worked on this, who has worked on that. Imagine wanting transparency, and that automatically makes you a bigot. That's got to be the most stupid thing I have ever heard in my entire life. These people have made SBI into this martyr. They think that SBI is somehow this most important company in the world that is just so integral to the creation process of video games that they're willing to call people all kinds of names. They're willing to dox people. They're willing to threaten violence. They're willing to do literally anything other than have a discussion with you, because honestly, at the end of the day, this is not about having a good discussion. This is also not about trying to have anything in good faith. These people are not going to look to have their worldview challenged. Nobody's trying to do that, right? What they're trying to do is completely own you in every way. They're trying to make you kneel and submit every chance that they get, because the more that they can convince that they are the majority, the better chance that they have. But we all know at the end of the day, these fucking Twitter hoes, that's what I call them, they are not the majority. They're not even close. It says a screenshot shared from what appears to be Calandra's Second Win Discord to the Kotaku in Action subreddit shows Calandra posting on March 13th of 2024. I've argued and persuaded some people to realize how stupid they're being. It can happen, but right now these folks are just trolling, basically trying to portray everyone that's calling them out as actual racists. LOL, while they've joined a curator group that literally might as well be called I'm a Bigot. Why would joining that curator group that tells you, hey, this company worked on this particular game, why would that make you a bigot? Right? Where is that mindset coming from? How do you even correlate the two? It's literally just offering transparency. It's not even telling you, hey, don't buy the game. It's just telling you, hey, we don't recommend this game because Sweet Baby Inc., a company that we disagree with how they are going about their consultancy, they have worked on the game. We don't recommend it, but if you want the option to buy it, you still have that option. We just wanted to let you know that Sweet Baby Inc. has worked on the game. That is basically it. And everybody, aside from you people who join groups that you apparently hate, everybody who has joined that group just simply wants to be informed about what game Sweet Baby Inc. has worked on. That's all that is for. There is nothing else that group has ever been for. It says he also wrote, I had to do my own research before taking over The Escapist. Oh, good for you. What a top tier journalist. The majority of this stuff is coming from the same dweebs that run the Kotaku in Action subreddit, and sometimes I'm more than happy to let people from that sub know that nobody will ever love them. That's also another thing that these losers do. You know, I've gotten to an argument with good old Johnny Boy over on Twitter where he'll try to make some fucking random ass comment and be like, well, you don't show your face. And then after I just destroy him, he's like, oh, well, you don't know what the touch of a woman is. And I'm like, well, you realize like in today's world of whoredom, like the touch of a woman is not exactly the hardest thing. Oh, you'll never have anybody who'll love you. It's amazing to me that these, male feminists that try to prop up women as the greatest thing ever, and they want to pretend as if they're not a male chauvinist or sexist or whatever. It's amazing how when they get into arguments with other men, they use women as a prize. That is an interesting mindset to have from someone who apparently puts women on a pedestal and tries to say that they're not sexist, they're not this, but they're treating women as objects. They're treating women as prizes, and they're trying to pass it off as such. It's an interesting thing. It says in another message, he wrote, some folks in my reply being like, wow, that was mean. And I'm like, yeah, those are the kinds of people that if they said any of this stuff to me at a bar, I would be more than happily get kicked out for knocking them out. My brother, Nick Calandra, you are not going to do shit, Nick Calandra, at the end of the day. You are not going to do a fucking thing. If you were in a bar with anybody who would say shit like that, I guarantee you would not do a fucking thing. You would just say whatever words you want to say. You would curse them out. You would want to, make a scene probably, but you're not going to fucking swing at someone. We know soy when we see it, and you are definitely filled with it. I don't believe a fucking word this guy is saying. It says a screenshot was shared at the Kotaku in Action subreddit after former World of Warcraft team lead Kern, aka Grums, accused Calandra of doxing him and his family and called for him to be banned on X, YouTube, Discord, and Patreon. Now, we did specifically talk about the doxing of Grums. If you guys missed that video, you could go check it out. The entire thing about doxing of Grums is that they are being extremely disingenuous as to the reason why they did it and how they went about it, right? The fact that it's public information because it's business related doesn't mean that it's not connected to this man's personal addresses that he may have. And you are still doing something like that in bad faith. Don't tell me you are trying to get his business information because you want to schedule a tea party. Like, that's not what you're trying to fucking do. And you guys are obviously lying through your teeth, because if you misrepresented disingenuously that you could skate around the TOS of Discord and every other platform that is allowing this doxing to happen in the first place. So at the end of the day, Nick Calandra knows that he is not going to do anything other than try to make people back down. He can say all the buzzwords he wants. He can say all the threats that he wants, but at the end of the day, that's just what they are. They're threats and they're buzzwords, and they mean absolutely fuck all. Nick Calandra is a terrible excuse for a human being. And the fact that he works at this company called Second Wind, which he co-founded, that's essentially going to protect him, the fact that he co-founded it, because it looks like a lot of people from Second Wind are trying to distance themselves from Nick Calandra and what he's been saying online when it comes to Grums. They're basically trying to treat him as doing it on his own little crusade, all on his own. So unfortunately, he does co-own the company, so I highly doubt he'll get removed, but still, people are starting to realize the truth about all these fake-ass gaming urinalists. We all know what they really stand for. These are fucking cultural Marxists, right? These are essentially communists that are out here trying to take control of everything. And as crazy as that sounds, as like tinfoil hat as that sounds, that is genuinely the fucking truth as to what's happening right now. So the more people that speak out against these lunatics, the more people that we can use to bolster not only our cause, but completely shit on theirs, it's going to end up causing something that is called the ripple effect, where eventually they're just going to have to admit that they're losing the battle. And slowly but surely, with all the craziness we see them doing and the fact that they're melting down, they're saying, without saying it, that they are losing the battle. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.